We don't. That's not our
That will not.
real.
That will
Hello,
not be.
everybody. Welcome to the Awesome Poetry Slam show podcast.
Hello, governors.
Did you say hello, governor? What'd you say?
Governors.
Oh,
For all the people.
All the people. Hi, everyone. My name is Toby Charles. I'm the creator, director, CEO here at Awesome Poetry Slam. And to my right, I think that's how it is on yours. I don't know if they're all showing the same. But
I'm
to
Rachel
my right and to the bottom of me is
I'm
that
Mr.
guy.
Dave.
Guy. We're going to work on our intros. We're not very good at them yet. But when we get better.
Well, it's because we had said by age, and then you always start, and you're in the middle.
I feel like, because I feel like I should start it because then you get mine out the way.
Sure.
You know?
Sure. Well,
we can do it in reverse alphabetical order next time, right? So Tova goes first, then Rachel, then me.
You almost caught me there with that reverse alphabetical order because I was like, okay, alphabetical order. Let's think about it. Reverse that thing. Okay, but we doing by first name, not by last names, because.
But also, if Christopher Michael and Michael Hatcher come ever again,
what they are. Well, I know where Christopher Michael is. Christopher Michael is he is at the Hip Hop Explosion, hosted by Zell Miller III at the Vortex. You should definitely go check it out.
Vortex.
It's not at the Vortex this year. It used to be at the Vortex every year.
Hyde Park Theater.
It is not. Is it a Hyde Park Theater?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, it's at Hyde Park Theater. I don't be knowing what things are. But yeah, it's a really great show if you were able to come out to Hyde Park Theater, hosted by APS alum Zell Miller III. There's going to be a lot of great acts there. A lot of APS people will be in the midst. So please, please, please turn out. If it's at Hyde Park. Oh, nice. If it's at Hyde Park, definitely Mike Henry has something to do with it. So shout out to Mike Henry, the founder and originator of Awesome Poetry Slam. He be trying to retire from us, but we never let him leave. So that is what that is.
Like, hey, hi, there's poetry things. You should come.
Yeah. Every time. Every time.
Let him retire for a decade and then suck him back in. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. I'm excited about him coming back though, because Mike Henry, he has a lot of connections in the city, and he's actually one of the people that was a part of like bringing Austin poetry. I mean, not bringing the Poet Laureate program to Austin and helping facilitate like the whole entire program. So he's one of the people. There's a lot of people that are involved, but he is one of the people. So. Yeah, shout out to Mike Henry. Mike Henry's always there for poets. He is a poet's poet for sure. Just a couple reminders before we kick off. Again, November 20th is our Texas Two-Step Slam. Listen, we got four teams that have signed up. It's going to be a 4x4. It's going to be nuts. Okay, if you've never been in a group piece slam, if you've never seen group pieces, you're welcome. You will be inspired. You will try to take them home with you. You cannot without permission or consent. I'm just letting you know now. San Antonio is going to be there. Shout out to blah, blah, blah. Poetry Slam, they will be here. There's some other people. I'm going to keep it under wraps. Right now, it's going to be a 4x4, and it's going to be sick. Just buy your tickets now. Eventbrite, Awesome Poetry. Go to awesomepoetry.com to find them tickets. They are there. What else is happening? Oh, yes. Before we kick off things, real quick, like next week is the Christopher Michael show. I was sad because Christopher Michael's not gonna be here because he's being Christopher Michael and doing other shows and
being important in
all places. But Christopher Michael's gonna show his one-man show that he featured at the Best of Fest.
And then some. because he said the show that he's doing is longer than that one.
Yeah,
right.
it's more.
We used to have a birthday show back in the day when Austin Poetry Slam was at Spider House. We all had our own week. I had the third week. He had the second week, and he specifically picked the second Tuesday of every month because he knew that it would hit his birthday eventually. But what he failed to realize that my birthday is also on the second week, so
same week.
Come up off that boy for a little bit. Funny story about Christopher Michael. I love Christopher Michael. If y'all came into the slam a little bit early yesterday, you would have saw a very heated conversation between Chris and that's my brother, man. I love Chris to death, and we be forgetting sometimes when we outside, and so it was just about anyway. It was about slam. I wouldn't know who I was without Chris being in my life. So yeah, we were having a conversation about how to judge slams. And this is why
I walked in, I hear the commotion, and then you look angry and drop the N-word. I was like, oh, this is none of my business. Went to go get him.
That's what people basically exit stages when okay, I'm just talking to this brother right here. This one right here. He need to hear my vibes. Yeah. It's good. It's all good. I forgot why I was even talking about Christopher Michael. Oh, he has a show. So Christopher Michael has an amazing show that is coming out. I'm really, really excited. I unfortunately will not be. I try to take one night off at the slam, and I have been at the slam literally every Wednesday this week because we've had the birthday slam and we had the 30th anniversary and we had the new shit slam. And I try not to miss slams because that's, but I am going to take care of my mental health and be off that 1 week. I've dedicated myself to doing that. And I appreciate that I have a team that is so amazing that is something that is possible. So anyway, I will not be there, but I will be watching on live streaming. I'll just be in my or playing video games because I play video games a lot. Anyway, so there's a lot of stuff coming up the rest of this month. Please check out awesomepoetry.com for all things that are coming up at events. Rachel Z, who is our amazing, beautiful, intelligent, powerful, enthusiastic icon, a legend, social media manager, and really I think I'm gonna promote you without giving you no money because we ain't got no money. But I think our public relations, I think that's you've like elevated. We're like it's like PR. Definitely like make sure that Tova does not say anything first, and you make sure you and Dave make sure. Hey, before Tova say something ignorant, let's just make sure
reel that one in real quick.
What's going on? So yeah, Rachel has been doing some bomb ass promotions. We're gonna see one of her promotions tonight, but she did want me to show.
I know.
She's like, it's not coming out until tomorrow. It's not premiering tomorrow. But I'm like, girl, it's the live. Let's go. Let's premiere it. I don't know how to do it, but I'm gonna figure it out before we thing. I think that's it. Did we have any other church announcements?
No.
No, I mean there's a bunch of other specialty slams, but that's every month.
Right. We got specialty slams. I just thought of a new one, and Dave liked it, and then Chris said we want to think more about it. So this is how we think of specialty slams. I be at the slam and I think of the Dave says put it in a chat. I run it by Dave first because logistically, I could say like I want a bungee jump slam, but he'd be like,
yeah, that's a logistical nightmare.
Yeah. Anyway,
for instance, you're only in the sky for about a minute and a half.
Right. All right. Here's the plan. You jump off the roof. You do the pole and you come down. We score you on your landing. What do you think, Dave?
I mean, everything was going great until the first step of the plan.
Right.
Yeah.
when you said, "Here's what we're gonna do," good.
Perfect.
Everything after, no good.
We need to
You didn't
rework.
get that part. That's fine.
But thank you
It's
for
fine.
bringing
Okay.
that into this space.
Thank you for the. You gotta spitball them out, because if you don't say them right, and you just keep them in your brain,
Man.
then you never know if it's a good idea or not. You gotta throw it out there
Mhm.
to the wind. And I thank God I have people on my team, on our team, the team of teams, that lets me be as kooky and crazy as I can be. And Dave and Rachel and Christopher Michael and Essie says and Lorelai and all the people in our chat may help me do that. Anyway, so if there's no other announcements,
I can just. Sorry, I just thought of how I can do the video. I can upload it to cloud and send you the link to that.
yeah, that's why I use social media. Because I would have been like, all right, I'll figure it out once we start talking about something else, and I can do that.
Eureka.
Anyway, so now that we have all the church announcements out of the way, how is everyone doing? Dave, scale to 1 to 10, how are you doing?
Today I would say a solid 8, maybe even like an 8.5.
Oh, shucky ducky.
Yeah, so that's actually kind of amazing. This last really 2 weeks has been real hard for me. So like today was a good day. I'm going to get my car back tomorrow. I'm going to a surreal art gathering tomorrow. That's going to be awesome. There's a lot of things to look forward to. I got a tarot card reading.
Oh, that's fun.
I haven't had that in years. And
I've never
it
had
provided,
that.
Really? I mean, I highly recommend it, but I'm totally biased because I'm riding the afterwave, you know? But it like provided me a sense of clarity to like what I'm doing and to like where my life is at. And that was just really what I needed, you know? So I'm doing good today.
I'm glad you got that clarity.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm always
Also,
like,
the slam last night was amazing. Like, I
yo,
had such a
that
good
was
time.
so fun.
Such a good time. Yeah.
What a risky idea of a slam, and it still did really well. So shout out to
I talked to Lorelai, and she was like, I was really nervous about y'all judging, like that she might feel away or something like that. But she really liked it.
Oh, good. I'm glad that poets liked. Oh,
I think I did that.
It's the Tova show.
Wait a minute. Where did everyone go? Why does it look like this? Oh,
it was me. I'm so sorry.
And then for a second, y'all was kind of frozen. So I was like, oh no, the internet.
Oh no.
Bring it back. Oh no, the internet is gone. Lord, bring it back. Okay. Well, Dave, I'm glad you're feeling good. Yeah, I tarot cards, I believe in them. Also, some things I just don't need to know. You know what I mean? We'll just figure that out as we'll crapshoot along. But I would get a tarot reading. It just depends on where I am mentally. Rachel, why are you looking like that? You look afraid.
I'm so sorry. There are weird, scary things happening on my computer. What is this? Go away.
You're watching the rain in the background?
All right. Well, while you're being
I'm gonna make
what's your number?
I'm gonna make a link and I'm probably about 8.59.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah. So it's been a good few days since we were on the show last. On the Sunday, I jumped out of an aeroplane. Thanks.
Happy
that was your first time doing that, right?
Mm-hmm. Nice. I'd been wanting to do it for probably 20 years. And me and Christopher Michael were talking about it one day, and he's like, yeah, I wanted to do that too. So we're like, birthday jump out of a plane.
Sweet.
So I want to mention that I saw the picture.
Was
This
so
is how this whole
offended.
thing started. Because Chris came in and I said, I want to let you know that I am personally offended when I saw the pictures of y'all doing a birthday thing together. That's what I said. And then I went to the next picture and y'all was jumping out of planes, and I said, and I understand why you didn't invite me, but that's not the point. The point of this conversation is you could have said, oh, Tova, you want to go jump on a plane? And give me the opportunity to say, hell no. That's it. That was it. I immediately was like, how dare my friends, because they wouldn't be friends without me personally. That's what I think. If it wasn't for me, they wouldn't have even known each other in real time. How they leave me of all people. Shut up. That's not even the point. Without me. And I saw the next picture and I was like, okay. But they are my friends because they understand that I would have cussed them out from here to Sunday. They would have been like, oh, you want to jump plane?
Like, what the fuck? Who do you think I am?
Honestly, though, I can't think of a better way to celebrate your 28th birthday. Like,
yeah,
that's
for
huge.
sure.
Yeah.
Jump out of planes.
Yep.
You said 28th birthday?
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
You said, okay.
2810. But so funny thing, I had to wear a prison orange jumpsuit. That is a cigarette case.
It's a pocketbook. God dog it. God diggity dog it.
I know because my mama had one.
I know my grandma had one too. She used to keep a Virginia Slims up in here. You got a little poopery, so you don't poo out, and then you do keep a lighter because you don't know what'll happen. You never know when you you never know when you need a lighter. They might need a lighter. You might need a lighter. Anybody might need a lighter.
Tova, I sent the link to the group chat. You should see if it works after you're done chewing. But yeah, I had on a prison orange jumpsuit, and it was very snug in the bottom half, but it was the largest one that they had. I had to wiggle it on, but it was very puffy up top, and so I have a video of me jumping out, but it will never see the light of day because what had happened was I've never looked worse. I don't know if you've ever seen a video of somebody jumping out of a plane, but your cheeks blew this. Mm-hmm. And then air went in my jumpsuit and it puffed out. But I have the harness on, so I looked like a busted can of biscuits, and my face is doing the thing. And when I first jumped out, I went, but when you're here we go. When you're upside down and you open your mouth at 120 miles per hour, air goes in your throat and just dries everything out very quickly. And so the whole video, I'm going.
Good old lizard face.
It's so bad. Oh man. The whole time I'm trying to like wet my throat because I feel like I'm choking. So I got distracted. I didn't feel her tap me to pull the cord. If I'd have been up there by myself, I'd have died.
Well, thankfully you were tangled and you survived.
Right. Correct.
Out here like Peggy Hill, just hit the ground, and that's it.
Just flat for my birthday. And then I lost my AirPods and found them 4 days later outside.
Yeah, good place.
You did.
Yeah.
But at least you found them.
Yeah. And they were outside and not stolen or broken or rained on or run over. They were in the parking lot.
That's
Very
awesome.
honest community I have over here.
Yes.
Community.
All right, what
Boba?
about you? What about you?
Yeah.
What's your number? How you doing?
It's been last couple of days. Harper has been sick. She has a respiratory infection virus thing. So she's been home for 2 days, and it's been so fun.
So fun.
So fun, and things that were supposed to be done. So, like, I'm in at work here with the kid, and she's fine. Like, actually, in real time, she's not like lethargic or anything. She's fine. She just, anytime she gets like any energy, she's like wheezing like she smoked a pack a day, and I'm like, you can't go to school like that.
Yeah.
We finally took her to the doctor today, and she has to do breathing treatments now and allergy medicine. That's it, because it's a virus. And I'm like, Austin is killing us. What is happening with the allergy? Remember when cedar fever season was like it was one time a year, but now we have cedar all year around. Do you know why? Because someone decided to only plant male trees.
Yeah.
And so they spew out their pollen all the time.
Just like a
and
man.
They have to put it because there's no female trees.
So
And that's
we
my
are
we are cooked, as my children, as my students will say. We are the napkins, we are the lotion, we are the tissue that is being discarded and thrown away, literally. So yeah, that's happening. I did get to go vote today. Let me tell you this. Williams County not playing with nobody. I went to the Randalls. Okay. Only people that shop in Randalls is old people and white people. And sometimes it's old white people. But it's definitely old people. It is definitely white people. They were wrapped around the building today at 10 o'clock in the morning on a Thursday to go vote.
Crazy.
I went
on Monday, and it was so the place I went had Travis on one side and Wilco on the other. Travis was a long line, but Wilco, I was in and out. By parking in and out was 20 minutes.
Yeah, I had to go to somewhere else. I went to the Wilco Annex one up there off of Old Settlers, and on the little picture, because they got like an early voting website thing, and it give you like red, yellow, green, and it was green. I said, okay, I'm gonna get over there to that green. Why they wrapped around the corner? It was fast though. I will say this: it was very quick. I got my ID not too long ago. I was actually, where was I? Well, I forget where I was, and somebody looked at my ID. And they were like, oh, you need to, make sure you renew your license. And I said, renew my license? Oh, what you trying to say about my license? I was there, but not there. I was like low-key crashing out on something else that was happening. And I looked and I was like, oh shit, I do have to renew my license this year. Cause I guess when you're turning 40.
On your birthday.
Yeah, thank you. And so right, happy birthday, renew your license. $32. $32. I sent a message to them. I was like, it's $32. I sent it to my leadership team at work. I said, it's $32 to register to renew your license. I remember when I got my initial license, it was like $16. What the inflation? Hello? Anyway, I got it done because
which constitutes a poll tax, but that's neither here nor there.
Right. So I got it done because I'd be doggone if I went up to that polling station. They was like, you can't vote. I racism.
I'm not going to shit over it.
Call them, Popo. I'm a vote today. We didn't, as Kanye said. I guess we'll never know because I got my license. I guess we'll never know. I did vote today. I took Harper to get some pho. It was like good mommy daughter day, but it was very stressful. I got no work done because I was trying to get all the stuff for her done and insurance, and adulting sucks in so many different ways. So my number today, I just want to before I give the number. I'm still in a good place mentally. Like I still want to be here. I'm just like at like maybe a 4.5. But I like this is like my this is my like I'm happy that I still get to exist on this plane of existence. Like this simulation is still working out, so I can still see y'all. But yeah, today was like this week has been a rough week. Education is not getting any easier. But my teachers, man, they're so resilient. They're like, I remember being a teacher. I remember being in classrooms. I do, but the sentiment of what teaching is now is not the same. You also have to be you actually have to be surgical with how you teach now, in order for people to think that you're doing the best you can with what you have. And I am not in classrooms anymore. But I praise those that still are in the classroom, still doing the work, because my God, to do what they are trying to do, like, hey, I'm trying to grow you by like 6 levels. Like we have some kids that read on like a 3rd grade level, 4th grade level, right? And then are 6th grade, 7th grade, 8th grade, 9th grade, 10th grade. And our teachers are trying their best, you know. So shout out to teachers. If you know a teacher, send them $20. I promise you, they'll be like, girl, just send it to them. Don't even say why. Don't even say.
Yeah, no. Maybe an emoji.
Right. Maybe an emoji. Maybe a heart emoji. I love you, girl. Good job. Send it to moms too. Send it to people. Yeah. So that's where I am right now. But yeah, so we have a couple of things to talk about before we get on. I really just wanted to talk about 2 things that is going on, 3 things going on in the world. And we could and if y'all think of anything, you're more than welcome to chime on in. First things first, early voting has started, people. Early voting has started. And when I tell you people out in the polls,
record numbers.
People are out there more than what it was even when Biden was out there slinging for your votes. You know what I'm saying? Early voting is in Texas, started on Monday. There have been record showings. And
the highest early voting turnout for day 1 in the last 4 election cycles.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
20 years, math.
I heartily believe that.
Oh no, if that's 4 election cycles, that's every 2 years, right? So it'd be 8 years. So
no, the one that I'm looking at is 4 years. So this is for Travis County. No, this is 4 years.
Oh, I got you. All right.
Yeah, so 16,000 in 2012, 36,000 in 2016, 36,000 in 2020, and as of day 1, it was almost 47,000.
Wow. And the thing is, we all know that Dallas, Houston, San Antonio, and Austin, Dallas, Houston, San Antonio are like heavy Democratic spots. And we always get ate up by the counties outside. But the voting that is happening right now, if everybody just, I'm not saying vote, wherever you vote, just people that vote, if you voted in the city, if everybody in Austin voted, that would wipe out a whole bunch of people that's voting out in the outskirts. I'm not saying we're not trying to wipe them out, but people in big cities need to vote. You do have the population, and thinking that someone else is going to vote for you, or you don't have to vote because somebody will vote for you, that should be.
Or people thinking that your vote doesn't count in Texas because Texas is just red. Like Republicans have been winning by like fractional amounts the last few cycles.
And that's why they've been running. That's why they've been passing the legislation that they have, because they know that eventually the Democrats are going to sweep Texas. It's going to happen. The last election, Ted Cruz only won by 2.3 basis points. So it's not. And right now there's some polls that show Colin up by 1. Now, is it going to be razor thin? Absolutely. And I think that's how it should should be no blowouts. That means that someone is not like people just ain't voting. People voting. People voting. And it gives a good depiction of what people actually want, and what people will support. And it's making the people that is running for your vote like have to do some work to get there. Like it's not an automatic you got the job. So
Right. Yeah, there were a lot less single candidate options when I went to go vote.
yeah, there were some that had was whatever. I just didn't vote for them. Uncontested. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like,
that's what I was gonna say, but it felt wrong. In a semi-unrelated note, Beyonce is scheduled to perform at Vice President Harris's next rally. For real this time.
About time. She been using all her music. I'm like, oh y'all, Beyonce coming. Beyonce, you don't come when you want to, but she come right on time. She gonna come. She gonna come out there. I know a bunch of this nonsense with Diddy and all that shit has really been like, really probably dampen like what she was gonna do for the campaign, and she doesn't want to take away from it. But yeah, she gonna show herself, and it's gonna be exactly what we need. What if we get a Taylor Swift Beyonce collab? For
well, the Beyonce performance is supposed to be at obviously the Houston one, so I just don't really see Taylor Swift in Houston. But
Taylor Swift be going to Houston. The people they be crying. I don't listen. If you like Taylor Swift, I love that for you. I love that you love that.
She elicits Michael Jackson level emotions from people.
Yeah.
I just okay. Hey, if you like it, I love it. That's what my grandma told me to tell people. If you like it, I love it. And if that's where we are, and okay, all right. But if we gonna use it, you got to use it. You understand what I'm saying? Use that collab. That collab would be fire. We be talking about that for the at least to the end of the election. Y'all saw that Taylor Swift. I mean, Beyonce did a song with Miley Cyrus. Nothing is out of the realm of possibility. I don't get Miley Cyrus. I don't get how she have fans. I was like, when you Hannah Montana? But she got a song with Beyonce now.
She does?
She has a song with Cowboy. Yeah, Cowboy Carter. She was like, who is the most
as much as Miley has been problematic AF, she does have a really good voice. Like, she can sing. She sings like, and I can never think of the name.
That Party in the U.S. song should not have been her first one, because I was like, that is an awful song. And I didn't really understand why people were so excited about it. But
it is in the same bucket as Call Me Maybe for me. I would never around other people.
So Call Me Maybe. I mean, even she can't sing, but also the song is stupid. Call Me Maybe. You can call me, but like you don't really have to like do too much. I want you to do too much for me. I need you to do the over enough for me. I need you to be embarrassing to me on how much you want to talk to me. If you don't want to call me, maybe don't call me. You ain't got to do it. Lose a number. Also, I'm 40. And so now that I'm in my 40s, I feel
with this wisdom that has magically come to me in the last.
It's grew high in me, Dave. You didn't tell me when I turned 40, all this wisdom would come.
It's a secret. You're not supposed to tell everyone.
I know. I'm so sorry.
Like a maelstrom of understanding.
Oh man!
Did y'all feel like when y'all made y'all 30s, you was like, okay, I get adulting. I get it. You pay bills, you go to work, you come home.
I would say mid 30s. Mid 30s, I finally like. I hit like the cantankerous old person stage. Like, it's too loud.
All I got time for is to go to poetry shows, and if it ain't poetry, I'm going home.
I'm going home. I got one night out a week. That's all I got in me. My friend texted me to go out, and this was my dog. Like in college, we were literally out smashed Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
That's a weekend.
Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Like it got to the point where the owner, tip jars, the like Minute Maid bottle type thing. The bar owner of this bar that we went to on Thursdays and Sundays loved me so much. He used to make me Long Island iced teas in the tip jar and just connect 2 straws. And I had 2 of those a night. And I started the night with a Four Loko.
See, that's
how I got fat.
Rachel, I was trying to figure it out. I've been sitting here for like
it's brain damage. My brain is shrunken.
I was like, Rachel real cool, calm, collected, but there's something about her.
I didn't have much time.
Well, that Four Loko make you feel like you're invincible. It's like cocaine in a can. That shit crazy. Not that I know what cocaine tastes
and
like.
Baby, when you pregame,
anything about cocaine,
but I
did see Jenny in Forrest Gump. She did cocaine and she got on top of a building and tried to jump off. And I said, if that's what it does, I don't want no parts of it. And I've seen people on Four Loko, and I was like, that must be cocaine in a can, because y'all have lost.
Before they changed the formula, though, because they took out the energy drink, and it's not as exciting anymore.
Right.
Oh, that's what was in it. That's what was killing people.
Yeah, it was an alcoholic energy drink.
Yeah, with like 400 milligrams of caffeine.
That's awful.
So you're wide the fuck awake
Panera
and continuing to drink.
Yeah,
I was just about to say Panera had that energy drink boy on at the tap on the draft. It unlimited. Oh, you're dying? Okay, not unlimited. You got to have a limit. You're pushing it to the limit, and that's the problem.
Yeah, man. So now she asked me to go out for my birthday. I was like, kind of tired.
I would, but I just don't have a tip jar.
Right. So what happened was me and Denise watched Discovery of Witches and got drunk on my couch.
Nice.
Discovery of Witches? What is that on?
It's a show on Netflix. It's terrible, but like good terrible.
It's fine because I'm at home again tomorrow because Harper's sick. So surely you just
yeah. It is not a documentary. It sounds like a documentary. It's not a documentary.
Oh, I'm less interested in it. I wanted to.
Yeah, it's not. Everybody, I realized it after I said it. Everybody that I have mentioned it to has been like, "Is that a document?" No, it's like Charmed, vampires and witches and demons.
Oh my.
Yes. But yeah, so I did not go out for my birthday.
Yeah, I went to Houston. I had a really good time. I went estate sale. I went to estate sales.
That's some 40-year-old shit right there.
Looking through old dead people shit is interesting to me. Old rich people shit. Like, why you got so many appliances and I know you're not cooking? It's crazy. I know y'all didn't cook. I saw y'all pictures. Ain't nobody cooking here.
I need y'all to know that I am an old person. That is all cooking appliances up there.
I'm just saying, I know that you cook. I know these people did not cook. They had vacation trips. They had skis.
I've never used my bread maker.
I would like to learn how to make bread. Bread is so expensive.
Me too. That's why I have it. But
I actually used my sous vide machine for the first time this week.
That's fancy.
Yeah, it was really nice.
So I'm
I
gonna
would like to get one of those strictly so I can make the little breakfast things that Starbucks makes.
Oh yeah,
because I
yeah,
can't,
yeah, yeah.
I can't drink the genocide juice anymore. So I just. Sorry.
Yeah, I get it. It's just a little too bitter for me as well.
Yes.
She said genocide juice. Genocide juice. Genocide juice. And genocide juice.
I want to put a content warning on us.
You having a bad day? You just want everyone to go away? Check out this juice. Genocide juice. You having a bad day? Wish everyone would go away from you. Drink this juice. You too will be loose. Loose as a goose. I don't know if goose or loose. I apologize to the goose community. I didn't want to offend. I don't know if you are loose or not. Wait, you said a sous vide. What is that? Spell it for me.
SOUSVIDE. It's like a water bath that you can control the temperature at to like exacting standards, and then you kind of vacuum seal food into bags and cook it very low, very slow.
Cook it low, cook it slow. Mm-hmm. All right. Well, I'm happy you got that. The sous vide.
What'd you make?
It was like 4 different cuts of meat. One of the things that happened this week was my oven went out, and I was defrosting a bunch of meat that I took out of the freezer because I thought, I can cook it all on my day off. And then my oven stopped working. So,
Mr. Dave, why is all your big hardware going bad?
It
was your car last week.
Yeah, it still is my car. I'm driving a Jeep Grand Cherokee, and that is the worst car I've ever driven in my entire life. I cannot wait to get my car back. I hate Jeep Grand Cherokees. Do not drive them. If you have the opportunity, pass it up. It's not worth it.
You have the opportunity. Don't.
Yeah, it's bad.
Don't do it.
I haven't.
Okay, so one, I'm all happy that we're here. Mike, I think, is still practicing. He's getting ready for our show that's going to be coming up soon, which is the Texas Two-Step Slam. So he may not be here for the next couple of ones. Right? I don't know. I have questions too. But anyway, so there are a couple poems that I want us to show. They're very random. Dave offered some. I don't know. Did you bring?
No, so I sent the wrong ones. I was trying to send some to my sister, and then I copy pasted to the wrong thing because I'm trying to do too much on my lunch break.
Well, send us some on the chat, on the private chat, and then.
So I can't unless you want me to lose video.
No, don't do that. Then. Break. When is the writing workshop?
Oh, go ahead.
Second Sunday.
Second Sundays writing workshop. Be hosted by Mr. Dave. It'll be at Alamo Drafthouse. It is free. It's free. If we have time, we might do like a small little open mic, but that's not the point. The point is us for writing. Please come out. Please join us. It'll be fun. It'll also be live streamed if you cannot make it there. But we would love to see you in person. Anyway, so I have a couple that I had. Dave, if you think of like a poet, I can search for it. There's a private chat that we can have on here as well that you can send to me. That
I was gonna do non-traditional ones. Can you still see me like this?
No.
Never mind.
But I did send 2 links for 2 of the poems last night, and then
I got them.
Okay.
Now they're gonna show a little small, so I gotta figure out how to like ratio these
The
so
ones
that
I
they
sent?
could show. Yeah, it's fine. We're all new to this.
I mean, it's in the APS Google folder, so you should just be able to go into Google Photos, and they should be right on top.
Oh, sweet. Maybe I can just go to the link then. Nope. Kidding. Oh, that was bigger once I click on it. Okay, cool. Shut up. Okay, so this first one is by Roscoe Burnhams. He is from the Richmond, Virginia area. He has a really, really great show out there. He's been featured multiple places. I was looking at some other poems just to like bring me back to what I loved about slam. Very unique, clever work, and I ran across this poem. Also, I'm going to be one of the coaches for the APS slam team this year. So just trying to like, I'm really excited about it. I was kind of hesitant on announcing it now, but I need people to be ready because this is like our comeback year, and I'm very, very passionate about us like going in and showing what we have been doing in the last couple of years.
Them.
That too. I mean, I don't want to brag, but like, you know, we're not coming. My dream, my vision is that at the finals, it's Austin Poetry Slam, Smoke Slam, and whoever else would like to join in the party. That's my goal. That's my vision. Anyway, this is one of the most creative poems I have ever heard. Shout out to Right About Now in Houston, Texas. Shout out to Amir Safi, my teamie. I will love you till the ends of the earth. But this is his show, his program. He was out at MPS in 2017. It was late night. People, if they wanted to do a poem, they could do a poem. They had beautiful lit. It's lit. Anyway, I'm not going to say much more. Shout out to Roscoe. Roscoe, if you are ever in town again, he featured at Austin Poetry Slam. We were in the middle, like right coming back from the pandemic. And I was like, what faith you have in us. But please come back. We have a much nicer venue that has lights all the time. And they have a pool. We got a background. We going to put stuff in the back and all that kind of stuff. It's going to go crazy. We are going to start doing a slide deck. But it's going to be crazy when you come back. Anyway. Burnhams. His poem is called Agnostic. It is recorded by Right About Now, but this was performed at NPS National Poetry Slam in 2017. Where is that? Where was that in 2017? Oh gosh,
I don't know.
Atlanta? I want to say Atlanta. All right, here we go.
My mother has a heart full of batteries. An active morning leaves her drained, leaves her out of breath. She stays plugged into her bed through most of the afternoon, and recharging most days takes all evening. She uses these moments to read scripture and talk to Jesus. My mother owes her life to her faith. Would often ask me to take her to church on Sundays. She remembers all the times she's died. When resurrection has been a defibrillator laying hands on her. She thanks God for all the transformations, never the doctors. I recently watched a documentary about how often religious text gets doctored, how holy books undergo transformations. I read a lot about scripture, found there are 14,800 differences between the original Bible and its modern version, that there's no mention of Christ's return in its earliest rendition, that the similarities between Christianity and Egyptology are uncanny, and most religious holidays linked to Christ are pagan and have nothing to do with Christ at all. With all this, I became agnostic, not atheist. I didn't choose to believe in nothing, not that there's anything wrong with that. I just chose to stop looking through the pigeonhole that is religion. Felt a huge word like God is too big to put in a chapter book. I use terms like the universe, and I don't pray, I meditate, and I figure if Jesus, Muhammad, and Moses didn't need a Bible, Quran, or Torah, then maybe I should follow suit. Now, at one point, I felt like I had to educate my mother on everything that I had learned, all the translations, religious fear-mongering, the origin of Satan, and since then, my mother has stopped asking me to take her to Sunday service. says that she's praying for me, never really says what she's praying for. She thinks I'm an atheist. She's never heard the word agnostic. I had come to think there were 14,800 differences between my mother and me. But when the surgeon said that there was no mention of her return, I responded with scripture, "O ye of little faith, realize the similarities between her and I are uncanny, that the little bit of gospel I have inside is pagan and has nothing to do with Christ at all." It was watching coma and cardiac arrest leave her chest split like a Red Sea, after watching cancer be a nail in our family's palm, and every man in her life be one Judas after another. These things made me doubt the Lord. Overcoming them made her believe in God more. Now maybe she's blind, or maybe I'm blind, or maybe faith is about being blind and trusting everything that you feel. I mean, she calls it God, but I call it the universe. I mean, she found it in a book, but I found it in her. Look, I've learned too much about the Bible to always believe in it. She's gone through too much in life not to. My mother passes down the same Bible she swears kept her alive. I'm gonna read that shit all the way through one day if they add a chapter about my mother. Look, I'm agnostic, not atheist. There are times I've seen too much to believe in God, but I've watched my mother be God too much not to believe in something.
That's
Hell
right.
yeah.
Hell yeah. That poem makes my heart sing so much. Even as I wouldn't consider myself, I don't go to church anymore. I have a lot of trauma around church and all of that. But like a good hallelujah and that's what woo comes from. When Mike Hatcher says it, and when you put a little woo in the end, because that's that from the hallelujah. Saying it's very important culture. And when I feel like Black culture, Black American culture is always ever evolving, because it literally came out of nothing, right? Or it came out of like taking everything and then creating something. And
Ooh, that's a good segue.
Because of work like this, it's like we're still trying to identify who we are. You know, for a long time, Black Americans held to our religious views, because that's literally the only place we could be around us without fearing that we had to put on a mask. And like, yesterday when Mike did his poem, and he's performed that poem multiple times, but when he says that part, is like, can we take our mask off sometimes? I just want to take my mask off. His whole tone changes in that scene.
Mm-hmm.
That's a very like different version of that poem. When I was like, ooh, I could see, ooh, that poem was a group piece. That poem was a group piece.
I love that poem.
And I'm like, could you imagine they hit, they jaw, they happy, they yada yada, and then they get to that part and it just gets like mood shifts, and then they go right to the jovial part of the poem. Those poems like stick with you. So that's one of my poems. Roscoe, again, we love you so much down here, man. Texas to Virginia, we always got you, man. Come on down here and show these young cats up. He also made me cry when we were at Southern Fried one year. His wife and his son came, and that was like the first time I didn't have Harper, but no, this is Southern Fried. I was pregnant with Harper, and her son like just kept looking at me, and then I was just crying. I was crying all the time. I cry all the time anyway, but like I was extra when that child was inhabiting my body. I'm gonna go to some of the work we did last night.
Do Courtney's, because I think what you were just talking about is a good segue. Yeah,
I already had it lined up. This lady Courtney, man, she's from New Orleans. Wow. She's also
you'll know.
She's also a Libra. She's from Killeen, or she lives in Killeen now with her husband Shake. Great poet, man. Great poet. I'm really excited. This is like the first time I've gotten to actually. Yeah, this is the first time I've actually gotten to like really hear her, because pandemic and me having kids, I ain't really been out. So I'm really happy that she is coming out. So I don't
When she got up in the first round, I yelled out, "Y'all aren't ready," because
Oh.
I don't think anybody
She
was.
did the Juneteenth slam, and
Yeah.
she was one of them that I was listening to, and I was like, whoa. And I sent this to the group chat, but I'm just going to show it here. Like, I was like going through the poem because anytime I hear a poem and I'm like, I need to post that, I have them send me the like transcript of it. This is me analyzing the poem because there's so much wordplay and so much like the thought starts here and it finishes here, but there's all kinds of little tie-ins throughout. It's crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah. This is a great poem. All the other poems, I don't know if we can show the other one and air it. I feel like we're gonna just ban.
Oh yeah, but that's true.
That poem, if you would like to see
captions on this, the captions on this are a little bit off because TikTok captions suck, but they're there.
They're there. Okay.
History never told my story. Instead,
I forgot I have to mute myself. So sorry.
it watered down my history never told my story. Instead, it watered down my oppression and weaponized my skin complexion. History mitigates the weeping and suffering of a people to make storytelling more palatable, but that's a bunch of fluff. How American. This is for every Aunt Jemima ever known. You sneak into my sleeper quarters, give me bastardized babies while I cook for your wife and legitimate children. Master, you are pilgrim. Per our plight, there is no anthem. We recount every injustice. You can't recant them. I am Negro. Only worthy of the food scraps from your family's dinner table. Only free because of a presidential mistake on a government document. Give me your trash as we less than aid in your opulence, but those are my friends. Shackled, standing guard at the bottom of the ocean. I was a slave for you way before that Britney Spears girl made a song about it. History. You glorify your voyage with erected ships to chain and citizen, and I get here, work my fingers to the bone, and I still can't be a citizen when I've been your boy, been your coon, been your N-word with a hard ER at the end. You want me to jump for joy because slavery in it, but Jim Crow was just getting started. Why would I celebrate when my image is what you aim to further desecrate? How dare you want me to participate in your paganism? You thought we couldn't swim? So God gave us ruby bridges to cross the white supremacy. See? Oh, did you forget? You put brown paper bag to my skin to determine whether or not you let me in. That is the poison of Ivy League. Yo, it's the principles, and I'm tired of being your pinata. Hoisted up and beaten until I have nothing left inside. I'm running on fumes. It's why I can't breathe. How dare you tell me to dream big when you bet is where I only thrive below the poverty line. Those kind of practices only perpetuate the pride in your prejudice, and you want me to be civil. History says that a shark ain't the only great white that I should fear. Because of the exterior, marginalized by your concept of morality, I tell you what, I carry your traumas in my existence as memorabilia. I learned to make music off the rickety old floorboards every time you knock me down. I can harmonize with my pain, what you call a Negro spiritual. I can't read or write, so you narrate my ambition. You took the black man from the home and put him into the system. I'm trying to find my tribe since you already have the clan. I just want to go on. History, if you taught me anything, is that after April showers come Mayflowers, you failed me. You left me hanging. You should have just left me.
God damn.
The layers. And I have to talk about them because I am lucky enough that people send me because that's one thing I really like about spoken word, especially when you're there every week, is you can hear a poem 4 or 5 times and catch something different every single time. So the poem starts out, history never told my story. And then at the end, she says, history, if you've taught me anything, it's that after April showers come Mayflowers, which, Jesus, that is crazy. Like, that is how do people's brains do these things?
You remind me of the great white shark. Only one thing I should be afraid of. Listen
so
here.
she says, voyage. You glorify your voyage with erected ships to chain and citizen. ... And I still can't be a citizen.
Yeah.
Baby,
Yeah.
what?
Yeah.
Um,
She says about
the
Ruby
Ruby Bridges line.
Yeah.
And then
Bridges.
she
Bridget-
said, you thought we couldn't
ahead.
swim. So God gave us ruby bridges to cross the white supremacist sea.
Ruby Bridges is like 70. I just want to make sure
Still
that we
alive.
stay in
Yeah.
context about segregation and all that shit was not that far away. The 1960s was not that far away. I know they put it in black and white to make y'all feel like, oh, it was so long ago.
It's so long ago. Yeah.
My mom is 67. So her and Ruby could have been at the same elementary school. Ruby was in 1st grade. My mom was Yeah, she was in 1st grade. So she might have been like 3 or 4, 1957. No, she's like 10. No, she's older. So I don't know how that math works.
Yeah.
But they're in the same generation. That's what I'm trying to. And when I found out about Ruby Bridges, I was at KIP at that time. I was working at a school, and they had a house called Ruby Bridges, and I was like, oh, that's cute. What does that mean? And I had to look her up. This woman is from.
Wow.
No, teach that shit here. Don't teach that. I hear about Martin Luther King, we shall overcome, and he had a dream. And they bastardized that. So what Dave, what was you gonna say?
I mean, that entire piece was amazing. I try and be impartial so that I can like hear the poem and like pay attention to the time. But like she dropped the pride in your prejudice line. And I like, you could hear me. We were loud as hell at the time.
That's what I was saying. Like, okay, we need a mic.
Oh my God.
Bring the mic. I'm gonna bring it to you, Dave. We have it. Between Ed speaking in Spanish and Spanglish the entire time.
My Kayla hollering.
We was having a good time.
Man.
And that just shows like how much community and love is there. But yeah, shout out to Courtney. Courtney also won. The Libra obviously won because she won us over.
That's so good.
She is one of us.
She won because she was
great.
Banger.
Because she killed it. She absolutely
every poem was a banger.
Yeah.
Because she's great. So yeah, I'm shout out to Colleen Poetry Slam. Shout out to Courtney. I'm happy when people from out of town can come in because sometimes you got to shake it up because people in your city, if you slam on them too much, they be getting comfortable and forgetting like there's a whole other world outside of you, friend.
Whole world out there.
Y'all
yeah.
really, take heed to that. Okay, we're gonna show ours, and if we have enough time, I can show the other ones. But first, I know I'm gonna make it bigger. No, we're gonna give it the just it deserves. This is a promo. Which one? Shout out to Rachel, man. Like promos now, we get promos. Wow, we're so fancy. We have advertisements. Okay, so we have this is for Christopher Michael's one-man show. I've not seen it. Dave has not seen it. This is our raw reaction to it. And you just finished this.
It's not playing correctly. No, it didn't play correctly.
I didn't play it correctly?
No, it's not. It's like not loading correctly.
Oh.
It looks.
What I would like to say is Christopher Michael's that he has his own commercial. This is all is for someone to love him enough to make a commercial. So now
it's gonna be on the IG tomorrow. So
it'll be on IG tomorrow, so you can see the copy. But since you're on the live, you got the exclusive right here, right now, of our excellent PR team getting God's work out there. Okay, so next one. Hold on. Where is it? I'm looking at it. Is this it? Ah, this is it. Okay, this is share. Oh, what's that baby name?
Jay writes.
Jay Wright. Jay Wright. He is an educator as well. And he had a
And you can fast forward into like 17 seconds.
Okay, 17 seconds. This Whitney Houston shirt he had on, top tier. Top tier. He said he was gonna come in with some Yeezys, but he was like, I would have messed up the aesthetic. And I was like, that's why we care about you. That's why we love you. Because I would have. Yes, Yeezys. Why? Why you own Yeezys? But that's neither here nor there. I wouldn't have picked them out anyway. I would have thought they were off of Alibaba or whatever. That's where I get all of my tennis shoes from. So shout out to him. Anyway, poem.
Anchors grip my collar through the screen. Now I've got your attention. They're not who they say they are. They say the safest place for a child is within the four walls of a school. But 85% of schools have been damaged or destroyed. Hind Rajab was just a toddler, forced out of her mother's arms. Her son set by IDF arms. Do children of Palestine dream like Israeli kids do? Do they have nightmares of maimed flesh from flames, or is it just planes? They say media maintains democracy. But Hassan Hamad was 19 years young. He resisted barbed wire with a mic and a camera, live stream with social media. He was wise beyond his years, but he never saw beyond the edges of his cage. They say that those dust-battered bodies were human shields. They say the hospital staff was stockpiling missiles. If only their scalpel could cut through our misinformation, could cut through the veil that's been placed over our eyes. If only their stethoscope can make us feel the pain of bodies that don't look like our own. Or maybe the children of Gaza should have voted better. Maybe they shouldn't have thrown rockets, I mean rocks. Maybe they shouldn't have flown those drones, I mean kites. Maybe they should have accepted second-class citizenship for those who see them as animals. They say the black and white keffiyeh makes them see red. But maybe the river is the Mississippi because the West Bank looks like redlining. Maybe it's a past we have struggled with, a past that looks like Jim Crow. Maybe we should think twice before we dismiss resistance as terrorism. As the Jews of Warsaw Uprising were called terrorists for resisting subjugation. Maybe never again meant never again for all of us. Maybe none of us have the right to exist, but God willing we do. And God willing we don't wipe each other out of existence. And our beacon of light, maybe it shouldn't cast a dark and deadly shadow. We all have shadows, skeletons in our closet, but maybe humanity should be found in those before the skeletons. And they say our budgets could serve as moral documents. That in this city, in this country, we'll spend more on infrastructure, on schools, and on peace than bombing the Middle East. And instead of crumbs of humanitarian aid, we as a body could say apartheid never has a right to self-defense. Occupiers of land can never call it their own. And if every accusation is a confession, every accusation is a confession. Are we who we say we are if we're silent when there's silence?
Whoo, that was an uncomfortable poem, boy.
That's a lot.
Ooh,
Are you
that
silent?
redlining line was
They are
crazy.
silent.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I love slam, man. Can't get shit like that from nowhere else. Okay, so we got a couple more poems. Again, please check us out at Austin Poetry Slam. Check out all social media. We have writing workshops coming out. We have every Wednesday. We're at
Alamo Drafthouse, Mueller.
1911. I always have to think, We're in Alamo Drafthouse, but we actually in Barrel of Fun. It's like a Matryoshka doll. You gotta like go into one. We
Is that what those things are called?
Yeah, you being inside a thing, like inside a thing. And then when you on stage, inside a thing. Anyway, that's my own thoughts. So whatever, no bigs. Yeah, please come out. Please, every Wednesday. Again, this Wednesday is going to be the Christopher Michael show. November.
Oh, real quick on the Christopher Michael show, we do have 3 poets opening for him.
Oh,
Nala is opening, Nala Washington, Maddie P, and Michael Hatcher.
Yeah, that's going to be amazing.
It's going to be a night.
I'm
If you
excited.
can't make it, check it out on the live. The live should be up and popping for that night because Rachel is amazing and she makes sure that the live at least will be on Instagram. It may not be on Facebook or the other platforms, but we'll figure that out as we go along. Wait, what'd you say?
I said because StreamYard struggles.
Because StreamYard is a struggle in and of itself. I think we have one more poem. This month is Libra season, but also one of our greats passed away a day after my birthday 3 years ago now. And he is the heart of Texas by way of another state, Mr. Rage Almighty. I used to see him at national events, man, and he would just point at you and say, "You got the juice now," and there's no context to that.
Like, okay. Thanks for that.
He was from Boston. He was born in Boston, but he was definitely a Texan. He made me very proud to be a part of this beautiful state. And gone too soon, man. If you would like to look up his work, Rage Almighty, he is all over. You know, I used to think like, damn, Rage is really out here like putting his work on the internet. And, you know, come to find out he wouldn't be with us for a long time, just for a good time. And I miss my friend. And he is one of the hearts of Dallas Poetry Slam. But yeah, he was born January 1st. I knew so much random shit about Rage. Just because he's such like a good dude. And his work is amazing. I don't know, Rage, have you heard anything from Rage before? Oh,
so at both of the last 2 poetry competitions that I was with, poets and I in conversation brought up Rage. Like, just random. Yeah, you know, like he has a lasting legacy in the poetry community, you know?
That's dope.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is Rage Almighty, the breakup poem. This is not my favorite poem of his, but this is like, there's so many favorites that I have of him. And I just want to honor my friend before this month rolls out, that like we lost a huge person in our community, and he is forever missed. And this is Rage Almighty.
There was a dim street light that shivered in a naked parking lot. Under the honesty of midnight and the deception of storm clouds, 2 drunken tongues argued ourselves sober. As irony made the air so thin and tragedy made breathing so bitter, we came to the ironic and tragic conclusion that being in love is not a good reason for 2 people to stay together. Irony. We had sex in this parking lot like a bunch of times, right? When the mattress was too fragile for our inhibitions, why love so hard on something so soft? We're exhibitionists because some things are better received in public places. Tragedy. So here we are, Irony. We speak to each other so aggressively, but communicate like pallbearers. Tragedy. We laugh like opening caskets and smile like slit throats. Irony. Well, horror story love is afraid of a happy ending. Irony. Every argument then is like the apocalypse now. Tragedy. There is no tomorrow. Irony. We knew this yesterday. Tragedy. Your heart beats Antigone, and I can't be your Sophocles. If I could rewrite this, I would, but I can't, so we're here in this concrete cemetery approaching the afterlife of our relationship. In every scary movie I've ever seen, tortured spirits don't cross over. So let's walk away before we end up haunting each other for the rest of our lives. Let's stop being the Walking Dead and confirm that we're the X-Files. Mouths numb from yelling, fingers cramped from pointing, uncomfortable silence is the sound of a glass house breaking, and it ended with a kiss. A reluctant smile and a mutual understanding that this has been torn apart and put together so many times the lines don't match, our eyes don't match, don't sync, we've sunk to the lowest level of resentment with truthful lips. Irony, you should never let a fool kiss you and never let a kiss fool you. Tragedy. I'll probably be kissing women with 30 pieces of silver beneath my tongue when I leave you. Irony. The most successful liars are the most honest people you'll ever meet. Tragedy. The most successful liars are the most honest people you'll ever meet. Irony. We're only honest with each other when it comes to dishonesty. Tragedy. Peace with you was worth the war. And I've given you pieces of me that I've never given myself. They say, in order to rebuild, you must first destroy. So maybe if we broke down, we wouldn't be breaking up. Under the shivering streetlight, in this naked parking lot. Irony, I'm just now realizing that I'm going to be in love with you for the rest of my life. Tragedy, you're not going to be around to know it.
Shit.
Shout out.
Yeah, that shit's beautiful.
How's Rage? I didn't date poets for a very long time because I don't need you writing shit about me. Okay, I don't need you writing not one thing about me. If you got it, keep it to yourself because whatever is you said is probably right. It probably is, and I don't care. So don't write about me. I don't need nobody smart enough to write about me. This is what I don't need. What is you doing? I got a reputation.
Tova, have you heard my Don't Date Poets poem?
Absolutely. And I agree with it 100,000%. But here we are, dating poets.
Last week, Dave gave us a writing prompt, and I wrote to it, and I sent it to Lorelei. And she's like, I want a poet to tell me good night.
I love it.
Okay, I said I wasn't going to do one more poem, but like Hanif is probably my favorite human being on the planet. Have you heard any Hanif's? I love this, Rachel, because like you're like, nope. Hanif is
So new to me.
Ohio. Hanif is from Ohio. He's also written for like VMA award shows. He's like, you know, pretty up there. He's been featured a lot of times on NPR. His last book, I think, got bestseller, some kind of CART award. Really, really great writer. Really, really nice. Just a good human too. And his poems are very heartbreaking. He's in the same, there's like categories of poetry slam. There's like the heartbreak hotels. There is the I'm really, really loud. There is the I'm funny. And then there's I'm sad. This is sad. Nothing
Mr.
I write.
Dave does all of them.
Also, you have like the avatars of the world who can like actually through all of those things. I did
like,
sad for a
he's like when all the Rangers come together.
Right. I was like, you know, oh, right.
Megazord. He's the Megazord.
That is a very good, you're such a nerd, and I love you, very friend. This is also probably another breakup poem. I haven't heard this poem in a long time. But
The
I'm really
title
excited about
sounds breakup-y.
it is a big in the minimum ring of a time, but it's fine. All right, here's a Hanif. Hold on.
Okay, I'm finally ready to say I'm sorry for that one summer when I watched American Pie 2 twice a week. That really happened. It's a good sequel, I think. And listen to all 9 minutes of Constantine on the way to every party with the sun still out, in a car thick with sober voices spilling out of the windows and making another mess all over the sidewalks. I guess this is what it looks like when youth is writhing on its deathbed, but the boys who claim it are still very much alive and blooming and being split in half by a beam of moonlight stumbling in through a window and falling all over the sheets in a bed that is not ours. In the heat of that summer, I escaped the parties on Friday nights to find the near silent bedroom of a girl who I pretended to stop talking to when my friend said, "We are college guys now," but who I used to shoot hoops with in the backyard, and who I skipped out on prom to go record shopping with last spring. And that summer, we would sit on her floor and let the Supremes record all the way through twice and tell each other stories about how our college roommates snored all year and how we didn't sleep like we used to under this city's moon and how we never got used to eating alone and how we instead got used to hunger and how small we've become due to all of these things. And then we would lay with each other without ever touching. And I didn't know how to talk about distance out loud and in the mornings over breakfast with the guys when Jeff would yell, "How was it last night?" across the table. And I knew what it carried even then. And I still smiled into a brown tornado of coffee until the plates rattled with fist pounding and laughter and high fives. And isn't it funny how silence can undress two bodies and press them into each other? And when I say funny, I mean the feeling that stretches itself out in your stomach while you watch someone cry into their palms and turn their face to the night before they walk away from you for what you know is the last time before there is a new sharp and boundless city between the both of you forever. And when fall came, boys sat up in their beds alone, gasping while their hearts rattled out the ghosts of every unspoken love that dragged them there. And then a whole country crawled itself across an ocean and went to war.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I would just like to say also that that performance is when you know you're a good writer. He's literally just reading it.
Right.
And it is so moving without the theatrics.
Yeah.
And this was probably like a split second of a time, and he's able to like morph it into this beautiful work.
Yeah.
Like a whole movie played in my head.
Yeah.
He hung out with one girl one night. He didn't fuck her. They just had a really great night. He went back with his boys and he was like, "How was it?" And he said, but he found like the beauty of that moment and like was able to capture that. Those are telescope poets, man. You take one wait one moment and you're able to blow it out.
Right.
Or like for the world to see how human being human is sometimes. Anyway, church announcements. Every Wednesday night, we are at Alamo Drafthouse, 1911 Aldridge Street. You still get valet parking. Now they just take your...
you got to scan the QR code.
QR code.
Scan the QR code, and there's no more cash, no more cards. They just already have it on file, and they take it from you, and they say, "Welcome in. Thank you so much. Leave out. You can leave anytime. We still going to get your money if it's the money to be had." I don't remember all of the specialty things, but next week we'll announce all of our November show things in our podcast.
I'll have a calendar.
New shit. 2 weeks. New shit slam.
New shit slam is coming out. We bring it as Haiku Deathmatch coming back.
It's
Haiku
new shit. Haiku Deathmatch, the specialty slam, and then the big money slam.
Look, listen. The quarter is
back
here.
on track next month.
This is the third quarter. This is the third quarter. We only got one more quarter.
Last night was the first slam of the new quarter.
So we're in Q3. Baby, this is when if you trying to slam for this team, this is about the time that you should do it. If you like, I think about slamming the team, don't do it for quarter 4. You're gonna be hurt. You're gonna be upset with yourself.
Do it now.
Enough points to get in the semi. I don't know how the points work. Dave is the only one that understands calculation.
I got it.
Dave tried to not come one time, and it was bad.
Here's the problem. I explain it, and then people get more confused.
You saw. If you would like to see how I royally fucked it up last week, just look at the podcast from last week. It's right there. There ain't nothing to hide. There ain't nothing to hide. I was there, and we survived it. And amen, hallelujah, hallelujah. I was up there reading it like it was fucking trigonometry. All right, if you gonna carry the one, and in the first round, that's what we should have recorded. ETS of how I tried to figure this shit out. Right. Okay, first round. It's gonna be the 2 and the 4. Wait.
The sheet where Lorelai tried to draw out the brackets for the haiku death match.
Oh my god!
1 and 2, y'all going, and then whoever win that, hold it, and then the 2 and the 4 come out. Wait a minute.
It was not good. I mean, we got there.
Man. That killed me.
I will be at every other quarterfinals. I promise.
That was crazy. He was like, "Dave not here, is he? Shut up!"
So
yeah, Steve talked to me about that last night.
I bet he did. He started trying to figure out the fucking
independent women.
Well, I'm still strong. But I didn't see.
I used a DI box for the first time last week because you weren't here, and we laughed about it.
I don't know what any of those words you just said.
He said letters, a whole bunch of them. He just said it so sadly. He's like, "Oh, Dave not here, huh?"
Dave's not here. No. First of all, you knew that. That's why
there's no I in you. That's why why we asked you. I wouldn't ask you shit other than what drink you would recommend. Shoot, if Dave was here.
Over here,
I don't actually know what's happening right now. They just gave me this bag. Dave gave me the bag. I forget what week that was. I was like, "You gotta take the bag." I said, "Huh?"
Trying to find the damn cards.
And Dave was like, "You gotta take the bag." I said, "Take it for what?" He said, "I'm not gonna be a damn." And where the hell you going? Why so bad? Dave, take time what you need to. Just don't use your own devices. Maybe send us a videotape, maybe of a recording, a video demonstration, a visual, if you will, next time you try to.
Yeah, a YouTube tutorial.
YouTube tutorial would have been perfect. Any other church announcements? Mondays, every word? Yes.
Mondays, every word is still. Yeah.
Mondays. Open mic.
At the Vortex.
The Vortex. That is at the Vortex. The Hip Hop Theater Explosion is not at the Vortex. It is at the Hyde Park Theater. Hosted by APS alum Zell Miller III. There's a lot of APS people there. There's a lot of hip hop people there. Please go and support that. Every Wednesday night, every Thursday night, we are here in the live, always for you.
Full of fuckery.
Trying to be under 2 hours because I would like to play video games before I go to bed. So, and everybody else would like to go to bed. I'm sure that's what people go. They go to bed. I don't. Anyway, love you. Dave, any other church announcements for the writing workshop?
Oh, yeah. Come out on Sunday.
I think he said good come out on Sunday.
Yeah. Not the second Sunday in November. It's going to be great. There's going to be lots of writing.
Come on out. Enjoy your time. All right. Love you all so
Mr.
much.
Dave, wait. Do we have another
I
writing
didn't
prompt?
go anywhere.
Sorry.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm
Wait!
on the spot.
They
Okay,
don't
hold
love
on.
you
No,
like
I
I
got
love
a
you.
real easy one that I'm not going to use as part of the workshop.
Okay.
You know what a collective noun is, right? Like a gaggle of geese, a flock of birds,
a murder of crows.
a school of fish, a murder of crows. Yeah. What are the collective nouns of emotions?
Dave, no
Feels.
one. Dave, no one needs this. No one needs
I don't
this.
know. I
No.
don't know.
Okay, so think of an
PMS.
emotion, right? No, an emotion, not something that you're going through. An emotion.
Well, you said
You
the
feel
collective
emotions
emotions.
while you.
I feel
Okay,
the collective
let's go for
emotions.
happy, right?
Happy.
What's
Okay,
the
got it.
collective noun of happy, right? Would it be a giggle of happies? Would it be a mirth of happy?
Hmm.
I don't know.
That's very cute.
Is that what I'm
Wow.
supposed to be
Would
writing
it
about?
would it be a dirge of sadness?
A
Would it
dirt.
be yeah, what's the collective noun of emotions? Make a list of emotions, then make the collective noun for them. And then tell a story using that.
Wow. If you have poems that you would like us to review, please send it to awesomepoetryslam@gmail.com. Let us know we want to put in the subject poem review. We'll put on there. No one has offered us, and we are good judges. You saw us last night.
Yeah.
We are good at judging things.
And not mean about it, which I was impressed about.
Right, because someone said, "Oh, I'm gonna give them if I think it's an 8, I'm gonna give them a 4 in the first round, just so they know." If you give me a 4, if you
coming back,
me a 4,
fuck you.
a 6 is I put my name on the list and I got up on the stage. As long as I don't say nothing problematic.
I was like,
right. As long as I don't say nothing problematic,
like
as long as I ain't stealing nobody else's work, because that's literally about the rules. My own internal judgment system is you at least starting with a 6, okay? And then we play around with that. But I'm gonna give them a 4. If you give me a 4, I'm gonna tell you that right now. You can record me right now. You give me a 4. Absolutely, this is exactly what it was about. This is exactly what it was about. This is all it's ever been about. And that's the thing, right? I be trying to tell people we're not really having a real argument. This ain't real. But like, if you came in the middle,
so mad when y'all's TikTok beef ended with an "I love you, bye."
Because I'm not about to play with him. I wouldn't even talk about him directly. Because I'm not about to play with Christopher Michael. How you gonna start a beef with one of your best friends? That's silly. Okay, love you, bye. I wouldn't even talk about you for real.
She's just not gonna end the line. I don't know how to end it. There's gotta be a way. Wait.
Are we supposed to stick around afterwards?
All right. I have one of those gaming thingies, and so anyway.
We're still live.
I know. Okay, good night. Bye.